Not going to happen on International Clash Day.
No interesting things on International Clash Day. I thought that guaranteed interesting things.
Just trying to be ironic.
Well, that's true. Okay. So we just started. So good evening, everybody. Welcome back to 22 Panels. My guests tonight are Shelly and Philip Bond. I think this is actually the first time I've had the two of you on together. I've had you
Um,
That's
you
impossible.
think?
I think we were on together during Geezer, although I think that Philip was in the upstairs studio.
maybe.
We were beaming
I
him
I
in.
I know that at least one of the times he came on for Geezer, it was just with
Well,
Well,
Will.
yeah.
So yeah.
well,
Yeah.
there have been 3 issues of Geezer still available at
Yeah.
offregister.press
That's right.
for all your
That's
Britpop
right.
needs.
Or
Yeah.
even if you
Plug,
even just
plug.
your comic book needs.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not required to be Britpop. It helps to be a
Yeah.
Britpop fan.
Just
But
general cultural needs.
you can thoroughly enjoy Geezer with no knowledge of Britpop.
But if you like K-pop, especially K-pop Demon Hunters, you might like Geezer.
You
Yeah, I think
know,
we're, yeah,
that's definitely the way to drive your sales.
to sell
Nate, if
this.
you're
Yeah, we're going to do
listening,
like the anime version.
K-pop Demon Hunters is exactly like Britpop, and you need to buy
Yeah.
Geezer. And I love your cat. I don't know if
That's
I've
one
met your
of
cat
two.
before.
We have two kittens. Well,
Man.
they're troublemakers. They're going to ruin this interview. So if we say something embarrassing, we can blame it on one or
Yeah.
both of them.
Or
Oh,
if there's a bad smell.
I'm always blaming things on Eddie. The other three cats are well behaved, but Eddie is a devil, and he's the one that's in the 22 panels logo now because he.
Named after Eddie Van Halen, I imagine.
No, actually, my wife names animals after artists and foods. So his full name is Edgar Gala Apple, after Edgar Degas and Gala
Okay.
apples.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, okay.
So
Eddie,
yeah.
after Edward Degas.
So first, obviously, we need to plug the. I think you dropped the ball on making it 100 FAQ rather than 101, but you have corrected me. So the 100 frequently asked questions in comics. Give me your pitch, Shelley.
Well, why do you think I dropped the ball by not calling
I
it
don't know. 101
101?
just seems cooler.
I think
101's
one-on-one.
that's like your introductory class. It's like your, you
Well,
know.
we did use 101 for when you did the filth and grammar classes
Right.
online.
Oh,
We
okay.
did use we did call that filth and grammar 101, actually. Haha. So
See?
there.
But the reason why we said 100 is because Kickstarter has a Make 100
Oh,
campaign
okay.
every January, and we've wanted to do this for a couple of years. And not that we always have to do our crowdfunding on Kickstarter, but it's worked well for us for the past 10 years. And it seemed like a good idea. And it's easy to wrap your head around 100. 101, there's a cuteness to it, but I think 100 was pretty solid. And it gave us a
I
hard
like
out.
palindromes. That's just
You like
I,
what?
I'm I like palindromes.
Well, that doesn't surprise me, knowing you, Chad. But
So
keep
202
it.
would have worked for me too.
All right. Well, why don't you write 202
Actually, a
FAQs,
palindrome of 101 FAQ would be quaff 101.
which isn't bad. It sounds
Uh,
like there would be like
yeah.
a free hairstyling guide in the
Yes.
back of the book.
All right.
Hey, amateur, how to cut your bangs.
See,
Right?
we make a
God.
good team, Shelley.
That was one of the
I
rejected
ask
questions
crazy
of the
questions and you
book.
come up with good ideas from them.
Listen, I sell it like I see it, and I've said it's 100 of the most asked questions in my time making comics, from when I was an editorial ingenue answering phones at Kamiko to teaching comics editing. So it's questions from that run the gamut, from artists and creators I've worked with to students I've met to people I meet at conventions, to the guy sitting to my right who sometimes has questions about my editing style and whether I'm going to stop taking stock in red pens. And the answer to that is no,
Oh no, no.
never. So it's the weird ones and it's also the basics. So you,
Oh,
Tad, can avoid the blunders when you and Eddie decide to finally make your own zine or comic book.
I'll do my best. But the blunders are what makes it fun, Shelley.
I agree. I agree.
But
It's rolling up your sleeves and
but
getting
but
ink on
since
your hands.
since
Yeah, I
it's
think half of the fun of the book is that like you get to see what people are asking and what
yeah,
what blunders other people are making. And
absolutely.
then most of the best answers involve somebody making a blunder at some point in order to find the right way to go.
And it's a matter of taste and style because as we know, art is subjective.
Yeah.
So one person's fine art is another person's garbage. And we just all have to admit that urgent art is so important, means something different to everyone. And I'm hoping that this book is the kind of thing you're going to put on your bookshelf, Ted, right next to the Black Crown Omnibus, Fast Times in Comic Book Editing, Art Spiegelman's Breakdowns,
Well,
you
I got
know,
that.
all the comics and hardcovers, the best of Punk Magazine, all those wonderful
I
things.
doppelganger is still
Yeah,
at my bedside.
Tad is forgetting that this is an audio podcast only.
Yeah, that was for you.
He keeps thinking he's on video and he's just totally trying to kiss my butt again by showing Philip and I that he backed every
No, if I wanted to
Kickstarter, which
go
we
if I wanted to
appreciate.
go that far, I would like have gone and dug up heavy rotation or something.
Or you would have been having a seance and you would have brought Joe Strummer onto the show today.
I mean, I tried. I did. I
And
did
what happened?
try. It didn't work. I'm not good at seances.
Well, maybe you need to do 101 FAQs
Probably busy
about
today.
seances. Yes,
I did ask you a Joe Strummer related question
I know. Well, we
even
should
before
get
I knew it was
all
Clash
right.
Day.
We should get to that later, but Philip just came up
Yeah.
with something profound. Please repeat what
Did
you
I?
just said. You said that you thought Joe Strummer would be exceptionally busy today
Yeah, he's probably got a like full calendar today
because,
because it's International Clash Day.
and one of us out of three came dressed for International Clash Day. Guess who it is not? Guess who is
It,
not dressed appropriately?
I'm not, no.
And
I'm not.
okay.
I got Paul McCartney on.
Oh, that does not qualify as anything substantial in my book. No offense.
It's the Simpsons version.
Yeah, I have combat rock in my heart.
And
I
combat
did
boots.
listen to Live Clash from the time you told me it was International Clash Day until I stopped listening to music today.
All
So,
right.
uh,
That almost
and
counts.
and from Bond's Casino in New York.
Whoa. That's hardcore. That's my
So,
that was my dream to like be one of those kids that got in the back door of that show. True story, I'll make it
those
quick,
shows, there were 11
but
of them.
right?
Yeah.
What
First of
year?
all,
What year is this?
81.
I thought it was late 70s.
It was 79. I want to just tell you a quick story. It's a true
What?
story.
And you were there?
No, no, I said I wasn't
Okay.
there. I said I wanted to be one of the kids who actually got to sneak in through the stage door.
Oh, it's one of those. Here's an interesting story about me.
That really
I
happened to
was
someone else.
I
Well,
was
no,
really fascinated by this
here's
story.
the true story. Philip might not believe it, but we have a terrific little used record shop in our town called Atomic Records. And one day I was in there and there was this like massive box of free Clash CDs, tapes, paraphernalia. And I was flipping out. I was just like over the moon. And there were two other people standing next to me and we're all kind of digging in, but not, crazy, being pleasant about it. And the owner of the shop said, this box was just donated by someone I met over the years from being like friends with a Clash type fan club. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool. And he said, yeah, I'm one of the kids who can honestly say that Joe Strummer really did open up the stage doors and let underage kids in to see their shows. He's like, I will never forget that. He's like, I was 17 or not 17, I was 14 and I just wanted to go to the show. I couldn't afford it, and a bunch of us were just hanging out by the stage door, and I was one of those kids, so it's a true story. I'm serious. You guys, there was like a
I believe
dramatic
it. I
pause
believe it.
there, like,
I'm mostly getting
sure.
lost because I'm looking at the website for Atomic Records right now, and it looks like a beautiful, beautiful record store, and
It's
I want to
cool.
go now.
It's cool. And
I
I've
want to go
gotten some
now.
pretty great bargains there. Philip is not sure if that's a true story, but I'm going to
I
take him over there tonight and I'm going to say,
I just found it
It
fascinating.
feels very Joe Strummer. It feels very Joe Strummer. He didn't like rules.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So,
think
The
he,
kids.
yeah,
Doing
right.
it for the kids.
well, and he needed backup singers if they played career opportunities.
Right? Oh my God, there were so many songs like where they would bring in the child choir.
Mm. Anyway, Shelley,
Yep.
tell us, what's your favorite question in your new
Oh
book?
God, a favorite question. That's my favorite question. I'm tired of that old chestnut. How do you break into comics? And I know that will be the number one question of all time until the end of time. So I get
That
that one
wasn't
out
even
of the
the one I was
way.
thinking of.
Really?
I
I
was
get that.
thinking, since you said it went from your time answering the phones at Kamiko all the way through, like what number does how do you pronounce Kamiko come in?
Oh, well, Tad, as a backer of every book that we put out on
That
Kickstarter,
story been in every
that's
book.
no, that story's been in Fast Times, but I know that's Tad's favorite story of all time.
I don't know
That
if it's my favorite story of all time, but
that's not
I'm
what you said last
autistic. I'm
time.
very, very literal. So when you say frequently asked questions, I'm assuming that you like counted, and that's gotta be one of the most asked questions.
There are a lot of questions that fell by the wayside.
There
Because
There's,
like
has to be,
everybody who called asked that question.
right? No, fair enough. Fair enough.
I think everybody wants to know how to break into
Yeah,
comics.
I mean, most people just call Kamiko Comico and they don't care about it because they've never heard of it.
Okay,
It's people
gotcha.
like you, if you're over a certain age, and I'm not saying you're anywhere close to our age range, Tad, but
I have
you're getting
grandchildren.
there. You're getting up there.
I have
And
grandchildren. So I
right?
don't, yeah.
But most people don't care about comics history. And to be fair, neither did I back in the day when I
Yeah.
was their age. I
I
wasn't,
always pronounced it Kamiko though. Even like him, like nobody ever said it to me. I just like picked him up in a comic book store and it read Kamiko.
you're a
It's like
proper Englishman. Come on, that's why. You're a
That
serious
that
student of grammar and syntax. Come on.
the proper Englishman actually does lead to one of the questions that since I don't remember having the two of you together, and I certainly haven't had the two of you where I wasn't wanting to share time with Will, like
okay.
Phil, did you move to the United States for Shelley, or were you here before you guys got together?
What kind of weird question is that? Is
That
there
that's
Uh,
a
is,
that's a
that
you're a
the
fantastic
is that in
relationship.
the
I know
book?
you fell in love with him because he drew your favorite issue of I mean that's how you always tell it.
right?
Yeah,
Shade the
yeah.
changing
That
man.
No,
Shade the
I
Changing Man. So I want to know the Phil and Shelley story
Oh boy.
no,
because you haven't made it a comic yet.
we started kind of dating like after a convention in the UK. Was it? It
Yeah.
was in Manchester, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that the one in Manchester? That was like during the summer, I think, and we sort of just like hit it off, and we decided to like give it a try. So there were a few months of back and forth, but sort of by the end of that year, I'd moved over.
Yeah, but the true story, which involves Bowie, and I feel like I must have told you this, Tad. No, it's true. I was supposed to go to Berlin during
This
that
is
trip.
this is one detail of the true story. Yeah.
It's an interesting one because I always wanted to go to Berlin. I was supposed to trace Bowie's footsteps when he made the Berlin trilogy, and
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to go, and I was going to be on my own. And for some reason, there was some unrest there, for whatever reason. And my dad called me at the hotel, which scared the hell out of me. He called me at my hotel, and he said, "I have a really bad feeling about this. Don't go." And if you know how I talk about my dad, like, you don't say no to my dad. And especially when he's kind of a little bit like worried about something. And it really pissed me off. And I wish he wouldn't have gotten a hold of me because I would have just gone to Berlin and we probably wouldn't be here had that been the case. So we are going to say my dad brought us together because I slammed the phone down. And when I slammed the phone down and said, okay, I won't go to Berlin, I thought, well, what else am I going to do now? Because I got like at least another 4 or 5 days in Europe. And that's when I said, oh, I'm going to go to London. Who can I hang out with? And that's when I called this guy, not you, Tad, meaning the guy to my right, Philip.
Yeah.
And I
I
was like,
I saw the thumb.
right? And I
For
was
those
like,
listening at home, she pointed a thumb at Philip, not
yeah,
at
I
me.
wasn't trying to imply that Tad and I had an almost romance.
Yeah,
So
no, Kelly would be upset if she heard
yeah,
that. So
so would
no. Yeah.
Eddie. I mean, come on, let's be
Right.
serious. And the good cats.
Well,
But
Yeah.
sure.
and Philip, my God, he'd have to hope that they're going to keep the door open at Atomic Records tonight so he could sneak in and have some shelter. But I had the balls for some reason to call Philip and say, hey, I was supposed to be in Berlin, but now I'm going to be in England for like the next 4 days with nothing to do. Want to meet up? And we did. And I was in London and we met halfway from Worthing to
Hmm.
London and we had a picnic in an area that I swear looked exactly like a scene in The Invisibles,
Nice.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is why we're also convinced that Grant is responsible for our happy marriage in some way.
Actually, we
Well, I've
went.
heard he's a wizard.
I
He
think we
is.
actually went to a tea shop. It could have been like a scene out of Kill Your Boyfriend,
It,
actually.
it was a bit of both. And I am not surprised. I'm not surprised because Grant often told me things when I worked with him as editor to writer on The Invisibles. He often told me things that he was predicting based on the white magic that he was practicing. And some of those things involved me. So there you go. Here it is.
I love it.
25 and a
I
half
love
years
it.
later, right? True
Uh,
stories.
25 and a half good years because
Yeah.
you guys still laugh with each other.
Yep.
I
At
mean,
each other.
I
Mostly
well,
at each
that too,
We
but I
we
mean,
still
that's
we still create with each other. That's the fun
yeah.
part.
Well, I mean,
Definitely.
every once in a while, people create with each other when they hate each other. I mean, I was
Yeah.
just listening to a thing on Fleetwood Mac's Rumors album.
Yeah, it's not that kind of situation.
Right.
Actually, it was Cameron Crowe's book because Cameron Crowe was in the room for part of that. Did you get a chance to look at his Bowie chapters? They're phenomenal.
Listen, you
You'll love them.
recommended it to me, what, like 6 days ago? Some of us
It might have
have
been
comic
eight.
books to make. Some of us have 100 questions to winnow down from 101.
That's what audiobooks are for. Uh,
Oh, so you read listen to someone else's book while you're writing your own. Yeah.
well, I guess that doesn't work as well.
I love that
Well,
idea.
actually, that's a good question. Do you have your
Try that
under?
next.
Yeah.
My God.
How did you whittle down the 100 questions? Did you have? I mean, because I again, I'm autistic. I make lists, and some days I like go, oh, I'm going to put together a list of 100, and I start with 300, and I have to whittle it down. And
Yeah.
other days I decide it's going to be 100, and I get to like 70, and I got to start like really working to get that next 30. So how did it work here?
Yeah. Well, firstly, it hasn't yet.
Well,
We
that's not true. Because we have about 350. The truth of the matter is for me, when I think about projects like this, as soon as I break them down into chapters, it makes it easier because you can have a rhythm and a flow to the whole book. So I talked to Philip about the idea I had of actually just taking the obvious linear steps to making comics and break down everything into 5 chapters with approximately 20 questions each. Because some of them, one might have a few more, one might have a few less, but
Are you gonna mess with me like that?
I'm going
Like,
to mess with you like this,
uh,
but I'm going to tell
and
you,
upset you.
it's going to be worth it. So you have first chapter about idea and story. Second chapter is about art. Third chapter is about ballooning, lettering, and coloring, because those are areas that are usually shortchanged in
Oh yeah.
any conversation or in any book about making comics. They never seem to get as much of a deep dive. After that, we've got proofreading, production, and printing. And then the big number five, the one that I think most people need to know about industry in air quotes, because I think comics are a hobby now, but that's another conversation, Todd. Industry and professionalism. These are the things that are going to make or break you in terms of kind of fitting into the business or maybe actually finding a community to work with, because you know how it goes. You can be the greatest artist, you can be the smartest kid in the room, but if you're a jerk, don't even look at me again. Go away. I don't have time for you,
There's not enough mo money in comics to be a jerk.
right?
I
It
mean,
is true.
obviously we have a handful of counter examples to this, but I know I've said it to you before
Mm.
that like if you're working collaboratively, there's not enough money to go around for anybody to be willing to work with you if you're a jerk. And if you're working solo, you have to hand sell things. So if you're a jerk, people won't buy from you.
Right?
Yeah.
Why should they? No one has any money right now.
Right.
Everybody is depressed and angry with the state of the world. You know, the best thing
Yeah.
we can do is put our rage and our anger and our disappointment, our global
Into
disappointment,
things.
into comics, and either
Yeah.
make comics that are cathartic, that we can just get everything off our chest, or do the opposite. Make comics that are so fantastic and fun that you're escaping into the pages, because that's what I live to do. Mic drop.
So,
Philip
I,
looking at me like, what? I thought you lived to bake chocolate cake,
yeah.
and that too.
so how do you plan to structure the book? Because anytime you do something nonfiction, and particularly something like this where you're starting from questions, like yeah, the tendency is often to go like the Scott McCloud understanding comics talking head type
Nope.
thing,
No.
but there are a million other interesting ways. So do you have a specific way that you're planning to structure it, or is it
Yeah.
going to change question to question?
No. Because we're thinking about you and we know how you like to have a pattern. And also, it's why I brought in this guy to my right, because you marry your favorite artist. You don't want anyone else to do the illustrations to accompany the hopefully clever banter and useful information. So having Philip either draw something that runs counter to my answers, or that's a nice visual accompaniment to what I'm espousing to the world at large. That's the trick up my sleeve that I've had in making this book really cool. It's
See, I
not.
just heard that you were going to have a conversation with me, so I'm waiting to see how Philip draws me. That's all I heard.
Oh, that's not gonna, I'm sorry. Maybe one day, maybe not in the next
I'm
year.
kidding.
We've got a couple of issues of Geezer to get to too after this as well. But I think the thing about this kind of book, Tad, it's gonna have the Q&A and spot illustrations, and there will be a few comics, but they will be short comics like strips,
Okay.
4 panel
So
comics. So
it's going to be
a
more
little.
spot illustration
Yes.
Yeah,
than
spot
comic.
illustrations and some interesting diagrams. I'm looking forward to
I
doing some
love
of that.
diagrams.
Well, actually, our stretch goal right now, Tad, in case you didn't have time to check out the website before
Yes,
this conversation,
we're
Philip,
just
explain it.
introducing a new stretch goal to the Kickstarter for the 20,000, which we didn't think we'd be getting anywhere near. But so we're going to add in a fold out. It's kind of a fold out poster, but it's a magazine in itself. It's a zine fold out poster. That's all full of informative little things. It's going to be a handy little guide to have around for anyone who makes comics.
Yeah, it's kind of like your cheat sheet, your cliff
Yeah.
notes. As you make a comic, there are always a bunch of things that you should always remember to do that sometimes get lost in the process. I mean, sometimes it's the simplest thing, like you make your comic. on the computer and you're doing it in RGB and you have to convert to
Right.
CMYK. Now, maybe that's not a big deal for you and maybe your printer converts it for you anyway, but it's kind of really good basic information you need to know because CMYK is print.
Yeah, I think
Right.
whether a lot of people use this information or not, or sort of or digress from it, I think it's like good for people to know sort of the standards that are expected before you can really move away from the standards.
Well, right.
You
And
Well,
have to sort of understand what effect that's going to have.
right, it's a professional quality. Sometimes I think I'm always a big fan of like telling kids and students and teenagers, throw yourself in, make a mini comic. I mean, the day that I learned how to fold a mini comic, I felt like my life began because I didn't realize that you could do that with a piece of paper and all you needed was a pencil, a pen, or some blood, and you could just make your own art. Seriously, like it's not even that
no, I
big.
love it.
Like you just need something or soda. You could spill soda on it and it's art. Now, that is good for you and your mom and your husband or your boyfriend, your best friend. If you want to produce professional level comics and you want one of the big two to actually tap you on the shoulder and say, can we publish that? Or you want Drawn and Quarterly to offer you a contract for a graphic novel. You should know that there are certain standards that they're going to be expecting. Another one that might sound really simple and ridiculous, but your page count should be divisible by 4. And there's a
4.
really good reason.
Yep.
It's because of signatures. I mean, the fact that you know that, Tad, makes you so appreciated, even though you couldn't get Joe Strummer to guest star in this podcast today on International Clash Day. But the reason for that,
Well, when I was Googling how to do seances, they tried to convince me, and this is how I know that there's something messed up with the algorithm, because I didn't say seance of Joe Strummer. I just Googled how to do seances, and I had a thing pop up saying, "Would you like an AI version of Joe Strummer?" And I said, "No, no."
I know,
I shut
right?
down the window.
Right? I, yeah, I
So,
don't
I mean,
know.
we got to be
That's too bad.
careful right now, Shelley.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'll be a bit more specific next time.
Um, But yeah, no, I love, and I'm gonna quickly say that as of right now, and hopefully they'll be over by the time anybody's listening, but at this moment, you are $1,522 away from us getting that fold out comic.
Wow, what can we
Um,
sell? Let's
Yeah,
sell
we're gonna
something. Wait, what's
we
behind
re
you, Tad? That looks like it's a good
what?
stereo system behind you. Can we sell your stereo system?
No, that's my bookcase
Oh, okay. All right. That's not
and a
good
Love
enough.
and Rockets poster.
Wait a minute. Which Love and Rockets poster is that? That might be worth a
It's the
lot of
one they
money.
put out for the 40th anniversary that has all the characters.
Oh,
All
right.
right. That might go for 1K. Let me make some phone
So,
calls.
so,
I'm
so
going to
it's a
put that on
recent
eBay.
one.
I'm going to put that on eBay while we're talking, Tad. And
I
so,
bet you
yeah,
we can get the 1K without having to sell any of my stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't have enough cool stuff.
that I can't believe.
Not worry
I
about it. That's
have a
where
lot
like
of cool stuff, but it tends not to be the expensive cool stuff. And don't
Mm,
you dare come near my original David Lapham.
what?
I
Excuse
showed
me?
this to you a long time ago. I've got a
I'm
page
sure you
from
did, but I
from
know how excited you get when we
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about
Stray
David
Bullets
Lapham.
Killers.
Let's see. Let's see
Yeah.
it. Are you gonna? Well,
No,
not
it's
that the
downstairs. It's
listeners
not
can
in
see
this
it.
room.
Well, Philip is walking behind him because our cat Toby knocked over a David Lapham original that he
Yeah.
gifted me when we worked on Young
Oh,
Lions.
wow.
This is Danny Duoshi
Nice.
from he was the DJ. He was the alter ego of the character Danny Noonan from Young Liars. And
Young
yeah,
Liars is such a good book. I
and
actually have I told you I
probably, but tell
after
me
I read
again.
after I read Young Liars, not only did I love it, I went, my son's gonna love this. And I don't was it all Lapham doing the soundtrack, or at this point I wonder how much did you help him with the soundtrack for that book?
Oh, let's just say when David and I started working on Young Liars, he threw in the song Let's Dance. And that's when
Okay.
I really started to question his sanity. And I had said to him, so I thought he had told me years before that when we worked on Silverfish, he was a big Bowie fan. And I don't know what that meant to him, but what it meant to me was not picking Let's Dance as the first song on the soundtrack. Just saying.
That
So it
that
was a
makes sense.
combination. It was a combination. David and I both contributed songs to
So
that
so
cassette,
so
to the
when
cassette that was a part of the opening,
Yeah, I
credits.
think if there
when
was anything
I
cool, it was.
I tracked down and got all of the single issues, and I put together a mixed CD that my wife did art for, and
Wow.
that was my son's Christmas present one year. Was all
Wow.
18 issues and the CD to go along with it.
And
Oh,
tell me,
brilliant.
did your son like it, or was he just like,
He
"Oh,
did.
Dad,
Oh
not
no,
another
no, no,
comic.
no. He
I
was
would rather have a recipe book so I can make world
my
famous
my
chocolate cake."
son was all over it. And for that matter, he like you have also worked with both his favorite comic writer and one of his top five musicians. Bowie, by the way, being probably his one or two musician too.
Whoa,
Hmm.
what a cool kid. Our son like sticks his nose up at comics.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not, but he just ignores us and ignores
Yeah.
the comics we
No,
make.
no, no.
Has no interest. I mean, doesn't, I
My,
mean, knows that it could be cool, but doesn't care.
my son somehow was a Fabulous Killjoys fan before he was a My Chemical Romance fan.
Wow. He's cool. You did it.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You guys did well
Well,
what
I
you
mean,
did.
I worked in music stores before he was born, and I've always moonlighted in comic stores, and I learned a long time ago that the way to get kids into things is not to try. I
Yeah,
just
there's
had
some
it
truth in
around.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
We tried too hard. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
our son was listening, he was 4 years old and he was singing the Clash's cover song of Bank Robber. And he knew the difference between a Clash and between a Mick Jones and a Joe Strummer song at that age. And
Right.
then that was it. I mean, seriously, he never was a big
what,
Clash fan.
what are you? I don't know what you're complaining about.
I'm not really
Like,
complaining. I'm just
My
saying,
kids were singing Tom Petty in the back of the car when actually I remember it was the year the last DJ came out, and my daughter was, I think, five, and my son was one and a or my daughter was four and my son was one and a half, and she would sing like all the words, and all he could do was DJ, DJ, DJ.
ah, that's adorable.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, no, my kids have good taste.
Well, well
I
done.
don't know how I pulled it off, but it's
Probably
like
your
one of the
wife.
few things I'm truly proud of
I
is
think your
that my
wife had a
kids have
lot
good
to do with
taste.
it.
Ours has
They're
very
not
good
they're not
taste.
my wife's kids. I got married long after my kid. My son was actually my best
Oh,
man. Um,
Aha. All
but
right.
well, how old is
but
he
she's
then?
had something to do with his music taste since then.
I can
Yeah.
imagine. It
Yeah,
sounds like
yeah,
it.
yeah. Because she's awesome. I'm not trying to downgrade my wife, but on the off chance that she listens or he listens,
She might
they'd
actually
immediately
be peeking
correct
her
me.
head in the door right now, and you might be in big trouble.
I mean, that's always possible. I'm surprised the cat hasn't come in yet because I left the door open and he likes to come try to eat the microphone while I'm
Well,
talking.
we've got about 20 minutes to cover
We do.
101 frequently asked questions on making
Oh,
comics.
is it up to 101 now?
Well, it is when we're talking to you. We need the
Oh, okay.
publicity.
Um, 20 minutes.
20
Well, I
minutes,
just
clock is ticking.
my wife just texted that she can hear me.
Uh-oh. Now Tad's in trouble. This might be our last interview of all time
No,
with Tad. 22
no,
panels is going to be slowly dropping down to 21 panels. 20, 19, 18.
no.
Okay.
Though I do actually, I do remember one question that I wanted to ha ask. Tess Fowler finished her book. Have you gotten to see it yet?
No, have
Oh,
not.
she sent an advance to me. It is
Hmm.
outstanding. You are going to love it.
Wow,
Um,
congratulations to Tess. I
yeah,
know that she's been working on that for a long time.
yeah, yeah. Um, well, let's because this can sometimes go the whole 20 minutes, and I don't want to keep you guys late tonight, as much as I would happily keep you forever. Um, so wow, that's right. Since last time I talked to you, I've added to my required ending question. So we will fill up the last 20 minutes, particularly because with the two of you, this one's going to get a good one. In the 5 years since I started doing this podcast, I feel like I've entered the twilight zone. My life has become a series of surreal experiences with people that used to be names on paper that I never thought that I'd meet, spend time with, much less like text during baseball games or go to dinner with or whatever. Um,
You're not
but
going
one
to
of the
ever
cool,
text me during baseball. You're not going to interrupt my baseball game. Oh my God. Sports. You know how I feel about sports.
yeah, see,
It's
I
the
feel the way
sport.
you feel about sports for every sport except baseball.
I
Um,
know. We always talk about that. I like ice skating and roller skating and baton twirling and tap dancing. Those are my sports.
Okay.
I like tap
That's it.
dancing. I don't know about
I
the other
know.
ones.
I do.
Is ice dancing a real sport?
I didn't say ice dancing.
Oh, ice.
I said ice skating.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Ice
No,
skating. So are you going to be watching the figure
that's not
skating in the
the same
Olympics this
thing.
weekend?
On the Olympics, yeah. I was like, I don't understand that.
Are we promoting the Olympics on this podcast?
I
I mean,
wasn't really,
I mean,
but
go
my
team,
student was
go
talking
team.
about them all day today. So I've heard a lot about how the opening ceremonies are tonight.
Yes,
Um,
we'll let you know as
Obviously,
soon as
I'm not
we know.
watching them right now. I'm talking to
Oh,
you.
that's true. You're in the future. We're still a few hours behind you as we're speaking.
Yeah.
But tell us the
So,
question. What's
so
on
the
your mind?
question is, what I've loved is it turns out that like I'm not alone. Everybody in comics, no matter how big or small they are, has similar surreal experiences. So, would you share one, each of you?
Fill us first.
Tell me something that you just sit there going, "Oh my God, I did that. Let me pinch
Philip.
myself because that doesn't feel right."
Philip.
Oh, you know
He's
what?
thinking.
I've never been sort of like one to sort of like have like big names that I'd
It doesn't have to be big
never
names. I mean,
imagined
just
I'd.
things that you like. I mean, for some people, it's the feeling of like having fans come up to them for the first time and care about what they do.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah. I mean,
the job
that's
itself is I mean,
it,
possibly even more than the sports star or the pop star. Like to be able to survive in life by making comic books is like
Barely.
that.
yeah,
Well,
barely.
that's my point. That's why
Right?
it's like the impossible dream, and
It
Yeah.
therefore,
is.
if you
It
pull it
is. I mean,
off,
I
it becomes
Yeah.
yeah,
just
I'd like it's going to be like sort of like probably 40 years soon that I've been somehow scraping by, whether it's like through like the whole thing's been through the sort of kindness of friends and some strangers. Um, I couldn't have done this on my own. I'm like, yes, yes. And
I did that for comedic
and willing
effect.
partners. Like it's often said,
Sure.
sort of behind every successful comic book artist, there's a wife with a decent job and healthcare. But
I
Not,
mean,
but
that's certainly helped
I can
the
name so many
the past
comic book
few years.
artists that that's true for.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's very true.
yeah,
And
Well,
or the wife that just handles all the business side. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
shouts out to Vijaya for Jeff Smith and Robin for Terry Moore and
Yep, yep. Um, so yeah, I it's all been through the kindness of strangers.
well, I think also you are a humble person. You could have let your talent and success go to your head and you could have just walked off and become a rock star in your own right.
So I think I came into it not expecting anything. For one thing, I didn't come into it looking for sort of money. Certainly not money. Never really sort of thought about that.
Hot
So
girls.
I'm afraid.
Hot girls like the ones that you were drawing.
Hot girls, yeah, yeah.
That worked for a little
It was,
while.
yes. I mean, it's like the reasons, the reasons people form bands. It's like to hang out with friends, to make art, and to attract girls, or whatever your preference may be. But yeah, it's the exact same thing. It's like, you got to do something if you got to make art. It's like some people have got to make art.
Ah, here he is.
Oh,
It's
yep.
Eddie to the rescue.
Speaking of art,
Oh my goodness.
oh, he's turned off the video.
This is an audio podcast because otherwise there would be no video anyway.
Hi Eddie.
Eddie looks
How
like
are
a
you?
tuxedo. Is he a
He
tuxedo
he
cat?
is he is one part tuxedo and one part tabby because he's
Yeah,
actually striped in here,
yeah,
Oh,
but he's got
like
the
a
white
big
belly.
baby. Looks like a big
Yeah.
cuddly baby to me.
Yep. Well, and
That's
he's also my granddaughter's best friend, which is probably the only reason we haven't like
oh.
left him outside.
Well, that's mean. Tad, I thought you were
I only
nicer than
say
that.
that when he's around. I say
Oh.
it to his face.
Yeah, exactly. I see that. I think you might get a paw up your nose in a second. Be careful.
That does happen sometimes.
Tad, tell us
And
about the
he was
surreal.
actually saying, wait a minute, there's a way to be left outside. You always chase me when I run outside.
Yeah, we have indoor cats. We know that they cannot wait to get the hell out of here. Although, what kind of better life could it be for kittens than a small publishing company that's overrun and overcome by boxes?
yeah.
Every time we
Yeah.
think we lose these kittens, they're somewhere in a box.
Oh, he loves it when I get comics because it means he gets a
Yeah.
box.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
every time a new
great.
box gets opened,
Yep.
there's a cat right
Yep.
there.
Yeah, there's like glitter falls from the ceiling, and we have a little cheer party, and then the music somehow kicks in, and it's like 30 seconds of like
Yeah,
cheering and joy. And then suddenly we look around, and there they are hiding from us in the
yeah.
boxes.
Because we have like sort of like 50 boxes of
Oh,
eye doppelganger in the garage. So
that many.
they're not allowed in there.
We sold more than that.
No, we got
No, I mean, you're just coming up on con season, so you get rid of more.
Oh, get rid of them. I don't know. It took
I
me
meant sell.
25 years to make that book. My
I
goodness.
meant sell.
Right. Okay.
I did
Phew.
I didn't mean give
Bonfire.
away.
Bonfire night at Casa Bond. Coming soon.
All right, Shelly, how about a surreal experience?
Well, Tad, I've been on your show so many times. I think I've told all the same stories twice.
Well, that's possible, but only my mom listens to all of the episodes.
Oh, all right.
I
Well,
mean, this is
just
the
looking at
yeah,
it.
796th
I'm like
recording
really
I've done in
wondering
like
which
4 years.
surreal experience is she gonna pull out of the filing cabinet that is her brain.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one I want to share. I feel like Tad, when we spoke not long ago, I feel like I might have told the story about Paul Weller or
I
about
think so.
What about
Cheap
the
Trick.
one about Morrissey?
There's
You
no
you did
story
tell
about
you did tell the
Marcy.
one about meeting with Bowie's people.
Right. Okay. All right. So I'm not sure what to say. I mean, as far as comics, I feel like working in the industry for so long, I knew I came in as just like knowing that I had to prove myself in an industry I knew nothing about. I was a kid right out of college, and I didn't have stars in my eyes because I wasn't a comics fan. So I think that helped me in the
Right.
early days, right? I saw people around me at DC Comics who were such super fan boys and girls, as they were called back then, that they literally started to sweat if some famous person came into the office for a visit. They would get like really nervous and not be able to really speak well. And that's not good. And when you're working in a
Yeah,
performance
Klaus Jansen's the
environment.
only one who managed to do that to me.
Who?
And I made up for it the next time I met him.
Who?
Klaus Jansen.
Oh, Klaus Janson. Ah, good
Yeah.
guy. Klaus. I thought you were going to say David Lapham. Um,
No, I did pretty well with David Lapham, I thought.
yeah, I
You
think you
saw
did.
me meet David Lapham.
I know. I know. You did. It was exciting. It was exciting.
Klaus Jansen, I had trouble finding the right words, and my wife had to do some of my talking for me. And then
I
I
mean,
had to have Mark Chiarello reintroduce us a couple of years later.
oh, nice. And Klaus is very humble too, so I'm sure he just
Yeah.
thought that was charming.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask him the next time I see him, which I don't see him often, so don't worry
Yeah,
about
he's
it.
at C2E2 again this year, so
Oh, okay.
I will get to see him again this year.
Oh, you will?
Yeah.
Very
I
nice.
actually have 4 panels this year.
Wow,
I'm moving up in the world. I'm moderating panels this year.
that's exciting. Oh
It
my
is.
God.
Cool.
Look out. Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Back in
Yeah.
Chicago for C2E2?
Well, I mean, I live in the area, so I don't have
No,
to go
that's what
far.
I wasn't sure if it
Yeah.
if it moved locations.
No, C2E2's it's the Chicago Comics
That would
and
make
Entertainment
sense. You
Expo.
know, that would make sense. I kind of thought it was the Culture to Culture Expo,
Yeah.
but I'm just making that up now because Philip's looking at me like, how could you not
Yeah.
know that was in
No,
Chicago?
I
I've
don't
been
know at all. I just
I've
I'm just
I've
trying to. I thought
been
it
to
was
that show.
I was thinking
Actually,
of
Simon
TXT.
Bisley's going to be
I
here
was
this
No
year too, and your guy
way. The
Martin Simons.
Biz. The Biz. Well, you'll have to like nudge, nudge, wink, wink to the Biz. Ah, while we're talking, I know that people won't be able to see this, but you're mentioning the Biz, and I've got to pull down something from the
Well, I'm
wall of
just trying to
comics
convince you
behind
guys to
me.
come out and come out to Chicago that weekend. If everybody you
um
know is here, that's a good opportunity to
I
go on
was
vacation.
Which is
I
why
was
we shouldn't be there.
Okay.
We probably owe them things. We don't need to see people who might want comics and original art from Philip or something like that.
Okay.
Does this ring a
Oh
bell? You're
wow.
looking at it,
Yes,
and
it
I want you
does.
see, you're the one that has these listeners. So do you know what this is, Tad?
Well, it's definitely a Bisley Hellblazer cover, and I don't. I love the Clash
there is a Clash
t-shirt.
reference.
So for
Yeah.
anyone who thinks that I'm just a casual Clash fan, au contraire, Bisley and I had so much fun on that cover run. It was the final 5 years of the original Hellblazer. It was Peter Milligan writing. And
Right.
Biz, I hadn't worked with him. I'd met him to say hello, not, didn't really have any kind of friendship with him at all. And I was super stoked to work with him because I wanted to kick his ass. I thought he was great, but I also knew that, like, like any artist, if you're not invested in a monthly book and you're not excited about the rhythm that you need to be in for a monthly, then, you should just be fired. So I thought he was super talented, and I just wanted to like sink my fangs into him and say, dude, let's step it up. Let's make this rock and roll. Because I think sometimes people have a tendency to make John Constantine look like an old, ugly, withered, raisin-like man. And I wasn't going to have that for the Constantine that had my name in the book. So we had a great chat and we had some similar musical interests. And he was a fan of The Clash and Strummer. And so we talked a lot about how John should really have more of that edge again. And in fact, it was Biz who actually gave John a scar down his eye that went from his middle of his forehead to his eye because he wanted to roughen him up. And it just looked so good. And Peter Milligan and I were just like, whoa, this is the John that we've always wanted, the badass John to come back. I mean, we were talking about issues 352 to I'm sorry, 252 to 300. So he'd been
Right.
around the block. He was aging in real time, but that didn't mean he
Right.
had to be like a super wuss and a lame, you know, repetitive Constantine. So that cover in particular was basically John as Joe Strummer. He was wearing a Clash t-shirt with that great logo. He was wearing like a leopard jacket, like faux fur leopard jacket, and he had the Strummer mohawk from Combat Rock. And that only happens when your editor says, let's step it up, people. Let's not just do the same old shot
Yeah.
of John.
Step it up with the Clash references.
Well, but think about it. When you have a series that goes on for like, almost 300 issues, you're going to get repetition. You're going to have people come in and, sometimes the same artist paints the same angle of the character over and over again. And like, let's do better. Let's elevate the art form. Let's not do the same old thing. So those were good times. So tell Biz, I said, hey.
I will. I will. All right. Standard closing question. Tell me something you love, preferably a comic, but we don't have rules. Preferably storytelling, but again with the rules, but something you love and not enough people around you have experienced it and you need them to, so you have more people to talk about it with.
Well, I'm can I go with the book that we let me Shelley, do you want to take shit or just
Yeah.
hold on?
Okay, we're going to hold on to wait for Philip to go get this book that he's talking about. I'm not sure which one
I love
he's
it.
gonna.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
of course it's
Of course I have no idea. I've been reading quite a few comics lately, but
Me too.
my suggestion isn't going to be a paper comic. Shock of all shocks. My and while he's searching in the closet, I think he's coming back. Okay, I'll just fess up. I am blown to bits by Caroline Cash's Nancy. She's taken over the
I
monthly
have totally dug it.
and it is so good. I was a huge Olivia James follower.
Right?
I don't know who else could have followed James but Caroline Cash, and she's just absolutely killing it. I love Ernie Bushmiller and I love the meta of it all. So that's my pick. Everybody who's listening, you got to find it. It's free. Go sign up or sign up. I think it's on comics.com. It might not be true, but
I think it's Go Comics.
Go Comics or follow
Go
Caroline
Comics.
on Instagram,
Follow Carolyn Cash.
right?
I
It's
like
just
Carolyn
such
a
good
lot. I
stuff.
haven't had her on the show yet, but I've talked to her at like 5 or 6 shows. I
Super
loved
nice.
her Godzilla versus Chicago comic this year, which was just if you haven't, you
I
don't even have to be a
don't.
Godzilla fan. I am not a
Well,
Godzilla fan,
Godzilla
but the
is my favorite
Godzilla.
serial killer. I was on a panel
Okay,
this summer. I was on a panel this summer and someone said, "Who's your favorite serial killer?" Which I thought that's a really that's a real personal question. I didn't want to answer that question, and then I finally realized it was Godzilla. Philip, you're on. We've got 2 minutes.
yeah, I was looking for cold
Oh,
chips.
it's right here. You should have asked. I keep it by my computer
Oh,
where I
wait
drop
a minute.
things all the time.
Yeah.
This is
This is
incredible.
cold chips by Chris King,
Cold
which
Chips, Chris King.
which
British
is like
authors,
just a beautiful British
seaside.
just yeah, northern dilapidated seaside town, which is my home ground. Just a like really beautiful book, just sort of just beautiful like illustrations of windswept beaches and
Oh,
the
I
stuff
dig
that
it.
goes on off season, which is all year round now. These seaside resorts used to be they used to be full of people until all the British started going overseas for the holidays. So now they're just sort of
And basically, we
empty
went.
towns.
We have two favorite comic shops in the UK, and one is Gosh, of course, because it's in London, it's fabulous. But OK Comics in Leeds is also a terrific store, and they introduced us to Chris King's work, and I think this was my pick for the best comic of 2025.
Oh,
I read it, I loved it. I bought 3 copies because I had to give it out to people who I thought would appreciate it and who deserved it. So you can find it. You can follow Chris at Chris King Art or at chriskingillustration.com or
Illustration.com.
support
And he
your
has a
one.
big cartel show shop that you can buy cold chips at.
Yep. And also he has another book that just came out
Mm.
too. And there, when we say books, the Cold Chips is 7 by 7, I think. It's close. It's
Yeah.
it's a beautiful size. I guess it's not geezer
No,
square, but
it's
it's a little
more.
wider.
It's like that's more eight and a half. I'd say 8.5 maybe.
Let's trust the artist. But that he's definitely a talent to be watching.
Unfortunately, I can't tell if he ships to the US right now.
Mm.
Well, if not, it's worth the extra money for shipping.
Yeah.
Tad, sell that Love and Rockets poster. You'll thank me tomorrow.
Do you want me to get rid of my Love and Rockets poster?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
That just feels weird.
I said I was kidding.
I
I
know.
promise you I'm kidding. I'll tell you what, I bought 3 copies just for really special people that deserve presents, and I have one more copy left, and it's going to be on its way to you tomorrow.
I
Well,
love you.
hey, whoa.
No, not your copy.
Okay.
The extra copy. Like I said, I bought a copy for Philip's dad for Christmas,
Yeah.
which he loved. And a nice thing people can do to support British shops is to actually buy comics for your overseas friends and relatives.
Mm.
I
So
will have to remember
that's a
that.
nice thing about OK Comics. They'll send copies to different places for you. Of course, you have to pay, but that's what it's all
Yeah.
about. Make money so you can make comics and make more money to continue making comics and listening to music. And on that, I
And pay
salute
for it
you,
all.
Joe Strummer, on International Flash Day. And remember, everybody, to know your rights. You have the right to make comic books because no one can stop you, and the time is now,
No one can stop you yet.
especially if you have 100 frequently asked questions on making comics by Shelly and Philip Bond, working together once again to make your comics life enjoyable.
Available on Kickstarter, and let's see if it's moved. It has. Now we need only $1,512
Okay.
to get to, and you're up to
I can always
664 backers.
I can sell the Lapham piece if I have to. I'll call Maria Lapham to see if she wants to buy it back.
You're over your goal. You don't need to.
That's
This is
true.
not one of the books that you have to let go of precious artwork for, Shelley.
Nobody needs to sell relatives now.
All right, there we go. We might want to, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Tad,
I
as
mean,
always, it's
pick
been
the right
so much
one.
fun.
It's always so much fun, and I can't wait till the next time you're in the Midwest or I actually make it out to the West Coast, which I have so many friends in LA now and 2 cousins, and therefore places to stay, that one of these days I'll come, but
One of these days, one of them is going to owe you an invite because their mom and will tell your
oh, I
mom
have the
you have
invites.
to you have to open up the couch for
no,
Tad
no,
because he's got some
I,
important business to take care of.
That's
I,
right.
I,
Important
I have the invites, and they don't have to open up couches. They're both doing well enough that I'm pretty certain they're guest bedrooms. But I don't have the airfare
Yeah,
time or
well,
money.
yeah, no, understood,
Remember, I'm a
understood.
teacher. I
Yes.
make about the same as most comic artists.
Yeah, probably more actually
Yeah.
in this day and age.
No, because
Yeah.
I'm a paraprofessional, so I'm still hourly.
Okay.
My wife makes more than a lot of comic artists.
All right. Well,
She's my
again,
sugar mama. My sugar mama is
hey,
a part is a public school art teacher.
That's
nice,
right.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
always fantastic, guys. I can't wait till the next excuse to talk to you because it's always a blast. Happy Clash Day to everybody. And
Woo!
for Shelley and Philip Bond, this has been 22 Panels. We will see you after the next page.